The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Wait, set. Ready? Check, check. You know, I got you.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, goal 66.
To throw, it's Brady. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Brady. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
In your face. Slam. Ozzy. Shift. If you kill it, motion me out. All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Gurley. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
72.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's complete to White. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. A second broken tackle. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start the drive with a give to White. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Brady to throw. He's got Lacoste as tight end. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Brady. That's complete to Meredith. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Wait, 20! Mike is 59. Mike to 59. And let's get that ball.
On first down, Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, goal 66. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing again. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
To try again after the sack. Brady, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defense owned that sequence, kept him right around the goal line.
How about a 3-play sequence where they did exactly as you described, owned every play, got them backed up, now they're going to get the football back. Personally, I don't rush the punter here. I play punt safe, let them punt it to me, and give my offense great field position.
Yeah, if you play your cards right, you can be in plus territory pretty quickly here.
Black 20. Value 3. Value 3.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
I got him. On me. Right there. 54, right there.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Mike 54. Here we go.
3rd and 2, Goff. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
24 is the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got Ozzy.
From the 36, Brady, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack, as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Hey, 66. 4 down, check. 4 down. 24 is the mic. Bandit. Hey, shoot. Let's go out. No, 66.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's going to go down again. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 1st down, it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
We go, 76. 76. 21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Now gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch twist. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike. Hell, you won. Watch the run. It's hot.
Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. And And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Kill.
Waiting now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Easy.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check safety. Hold on. Check.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Goff now looks to throw. Going up top for Kupp. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brady. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. From the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We go to the 180. 54. Mike, 54. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
5. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You run.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. Woods, the intended receiver. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Cameron Meredith. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Gurley again here on first down. And some room to work. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 57 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now, Zerline connects on the extra point. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We got 4.
They start the drive with White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 30 on second down, Brady, the tight end Lacoste here out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Safety cream. Switch. Check 3.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'm coming after you. Wide. Get wide. Check. Watch the edge. Wait for the edge.
They go right back to White here on first down. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Rush in. General West. Check it. Let's go. Back. Hey, both 66.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Completes this one to Meredith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Let's go up. No, 66. Regular. Check it. Reload.
Brady. Complete to Dorsett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Wait, that 380. Here we go. Hey, 66. Slam. Check nickel. Big edge.
And they will run it with Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for second down.
At the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. To throw is Brady. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On second and 12, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Rams on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
At the 42-yard line.
Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Goff now looking to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Go, ground.
Check,
Ground.
54. Let's go, defense. Out of time.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
I know he ain't got
it. From the red zone now, gone. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Go, go, go. Check 24. Check. DC.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Super one. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Hatchie.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Here's Brady to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Like 20.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
After the interception, here's Gall. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Looking for Woods that time. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Throwing now is Brady. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for L.A., they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.